Hey everybody, welcome to Movies in the Mancave. We've got a top 5. There's a story behind this one.
A little bit.
It's kind of a cool story. Those of you who watch us in our hometown, Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo, already know it. But for those of you who are across the nation and possibly the world, probably didn't hear that Tom Hanks, the Tom Hanks, well, happened to be flying across this part of the country, wanted some biscuits and gravy, stopped in Fargo, drove to West Fargo to the TNT Diner, which is literally like 3 blocks from my house, from where this show is being shot.
Yeah, right here.
At 4 in the morning, woke the owners up and ate biscuits and gravy.
It's very cool.
So,
it's Tom Hanks.
In honor of that, we have Tom Hanks on the show with us tonight.
So, Tom?
No,
that
we
would
don't.
That would have been cool.
But we're doing a top 5 Tom Hanks list, which is probably even better than having the guy here.
Just as good or better.
You know, he's just talking, scripted quotes that the studio wants him to say. So,
yeah, none of that.
No. But let's get into it because top 5 lists take forever. I'm gonna start.
Okay.
Number 5, not a very widely popular movie, The Terminal.
Yes.
A lot of people don't like that movie, and I can see why. It's a ridiculous premise. Like, there's no situation where really they would keep a guy in an airport.
Right.
But when you get past that, I think it's a really funny movie, and it's really a sweet movie. I'm not a big Catherine Zeta-Jones fan, so I wish there was somebody else as the primary love interest there.
Okay.
But just to see Tom Hanks playing a foreign dude who's totally confused, but you can tell he's just like the nicest, smartest guy, and just trying to survive in this airport while everybody wants him to not be there. I don't know. I really like it. I think there's a lot of funny moments, and he just does a really good job being a man from Krakow.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure that was the country.
I don't remember. I did see that, and I'm one of those people that didn't care for it. I didn't not like it. It just wasn't.
I think that's where most people fall, is they don't really like it. But that is my number 5.
My number 5 is a more popular Tom. I was gonna say Tom Green. The Green Mile. Tom Green is not in that. Green Mile. Tom Hanks. I don't know. Just a very well done movie. It was a Stephen King.
I'm pretty
book,
sure it's a Stephen
right?
King. Yep.
And obviously I never read that. I don't read books like that. But the movie is just really well done. It's a very cool story, and Tom Hanks plays that part just to perfection. They got that. What's the weasel dude in that movie? He married that 14-year-old.
I actually have not seen the movie.
You've never seen Green Mile?
Green Mile.
Really?
No.
Oh, you know who I'm talking about. He plays a weasel and everything. And
Steve Buscemi?
No. Steve Buscemi's got loads on this guy. This guy's just he looks like he'd be a weasel in real life, you know. Anyway, it's beside the point. But Tom Hanks in this movie is just amazing. It's got Michael Clark Duncan as, I want to say, the bad guy, but he's not really the bad guy. He's the prisoner.
The magic guy.
Doesn't
he have magic powers or something?
And then they got, can't think of his name. Spacing. Should have done my research. Anyway, really good movie. You should see it.
I should see it. And there's actually another one I know that'll be on your list that I haven't seen. So this list might not be seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it might need some work. Okay. Number 4. I imagine we're going to have a lot of overlap with this list.
We probably will.
Yeah. Like probably 3 of the next 4. My number 4 is Castaway.
It's my number 4 as well.
Perfect placement. Obviously, it's the story of Tom Hanks, who in a plane crash, and he's on an island. And he's by himself, and he committed to this role. Yeah. He got skinny. He grew the beard and the hair out for a couple of months for the role. Legit. And it's just like a really good look into the psyche of a guy who's been stranded alone for how many years was it?
God, I don't remember. I was trying to think of it. I thought it was like 7 years.
Was it that much? I was thinking like
5?
3 years, but it very well could have been more.
I couldn't remember. I thought that was about it, but
it sounds like a boring movie, like just a guy on an island with nobody to talk to, but he finds somebody to talk to.
He does.
In
the
the
most
form
famous
of
Wilson.
a volleyball with a blood handprint on it.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's what we'd all do.
Yeah, of course, totally.
So, your reasonings for having it here?
It's just, I mean, I saw the movie when it came out, so I was, God, how old were we? Like 11?
No, it's not that old.
Yeah, it's fairly old. Anyway, I don't know. I saw it when it came out. I was fairly young, and I remember just being like terrified of that premise. You know, like what would I do if I was all by myself?
I was in the Scout, so I was
That's
totally
true.
cool.
Yeah,
I was like, I got this.
You're sitting there going like, why don't you make a spear out of
Jeez,
that? What's
it's
wrong? with
easy.
you? Go fishing
Okay,
with this.
go hunt a boar.
Yeah, exactly. What I liked about the movie is that, you know, it was very believable about like how things would happen. You know, the average person would probably open up every single package because he's on a UPS plane or whatever. You know, and his deal was that, you know, he opened up most of the things, but he left that one package with the angel wings or whatever. It's like, you know, the average person would have opened that one too.
Probably.
You know, but, you know, everything's believable. You know, the depression that he stoops into and, you know, making a friend and God knows how often he talked to himself. You know.
And then deciding to go. Like, I can't take this anymore.
I'm out of here.
I might die trying, but I'm trying.
Yep. And then you know, the part that I thought, I mean, Tom Hanks usually gets funny parts in the movies, but the funniest part for me was the scene at the buffet when he's got all that seafood laid out in front of him, and he's just like, yeah, no, you know, like not happening. So that to me was a funny bit. But
it's really sad when he comes back and like how life has changed.
Yeah.
Since he's been gone and how his family is all.
Yeah. It's all. I mean, yeah. It's sad, but then it's got its happy bits too. So
good flick. It's long.
Very good.
Like a lot of Tom Hanks ones are actually really long. My number 3 is Forrest Gump.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's that low on my list. The story of a man with slight disabilities who likes to run.
He does. He was running.
And it pretty much puts him in every major historical event from 1955 to the mid-90s when this movie was made or whatever it was. It's a movie that I enjoyed as a kid, even though I have no reason to, because none of the references mean anything to me.
Yeah, you don't
know who Nixon is. You don't realize that he's teaching Elvis to dance. You don't. The Vietnam War. You just had no idea.
It's like 5 hours long.
Right. Yeah, it's another long one. And so it's entertaining as a kid, but then as you grow up and watch it again, and you just put all the pieces together, like, oh my gosh, that's him with John Lennon, and you know, it's like that's crazy. He showed his butt to the president of the United States.
Who does that?
The Tom Hanks is so good in this role. I mean, I just don't know how the guy does it to make it so believable. I guess it's hard to describe.
Yeah.
I don't know. You get so many quotes out of this movie. I mean, "Run, Forrest, run." Just the words Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, any girl named Jenny, I feel bad for.
Anytime shrimp comes up in conversation, you got all Bubba Gump shrimps. Yeah, I mean, there's just a million references to this movie, and for good reason. Obviously, box of chocolates.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like the most common movie reference of all time.
It really is. Yeah.
Was that a thing before that movie? Did people say
even
that?
Know. That was way too young to even know.
That's ingrained in today's culture.
Yep.
So.
Well, my number 3 is A League of Their Own.
This is the one on your list I have not seen.
Which
is on my instant queue for Netflix to watch, and my wife tells me I should watch it all the time. It's a little bit longer, so we just like one of those ones you never quite start.
Yeah,
it's just a little bit longer.
Yeah, it surprises me that you haven't watched it, you know, because it's Tom Hanks and it's baseball
and sports,
and so it's like I don't know how you.
I probably haven't watched it because Rosie O'Donnell.
She's good in this movie. She's really good in this movie. It's like it's star-studded, but it's almost like star-studded.
Not star-studded, it's star-babed.
Yeah, yeah. It's got Madonna and
Gina
Davis, Rosie O'Donnell, John Lovitz is in it.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's in it very briefly. And obviously Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks plays the manager, manager of a women's baseball team back in WW Deuce, I believe. Yeah. You know, and they take over the Major League Baseball while the boys are off fighting. And, it just follows the story of the Rockford Peaches.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You know your stuff.
I know my League of Their Own. And it's, the boys coming back from war and stuff, and the girls having to leave and stay or go. And
What?
do you do? And,
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know this stuff.
Yeah, you don't know if they're gonna stay with the boys and go play ball, or what are they gonna do? And yeah, it's a really cool movie. And it's fairly well done for like what it was back in the
I like time period pieces, and especially in
and
that
they take their liberties and stuff.
30s,
but-
40s, 50s range. So I think it would be really enjoyable.
and it's really fun movie.
It was on your baseball list, wasn't it? Too tough.
I believe it
Baseball
was.
list.
I
I'm
believe
sure
it
it was
was.
on there.
Should have been.
My number 2 movie for Tom Hanks is Big. One of his earlier roles.
Yep.
A little kid wishes to be a grown-up and gets his wish. And pretty much does what a kid would do if he got
If
his
he was
wish
an
to be a
adult,
grown-up.
yeah.
And I think that's why I love it so much, is because it's just everything you ever wanted to do as a kid, like he does.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, well, I'm going to get a studio apartment. And you know what? I'm going to put, like, bikes in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
and
fill it with toys.
yeah, and we're gonna make all sorts of cool stuff in there, and he just does everything that you ever wanted to do. I'm gonna work for a toy company, because where would a kid want to work? He'd want to work
Exactly.
for a toy company.
Every kid wants to work at Toys R Us or
Yeah.
where was he work at FAO Schwartz or something?
I don't remember what it
Yeah.
was. That or a candy factory. I'd want to work
Yeah.
at too, but Toy Factory would be right up there for sure. And it shows some of the struggles that he has having an adult, but also some of the awesomeness. And then decides he doesn't want to miss his childhood and goes back to being a child.
Yeah.
But man, it's funny. I really like his friend. I don't know who that kid
Yeah, I
actor
can't
was, or if he grew up to be anybody or anything. But a little redhead kid,
Yeah.
his sidekick, I liked him a lot. There's some disturbing themes in this movie when you think about it. When he gets his girlfriend,
Yeah,
and
it's
whatnot.
very disturbing. That's like
But
the one thing that always boggles my mind.
Yeah, that's a little
What are
weird.
they promoting here?
But besides that, fantastic movie. It's whimsical,
Yeah.
It's just what a hoot and a holler.
Yeah. Magic fortune telling machine, if you will. So, my number 2, Big did not make my list.
Ooh.
Forrest Gump is my number 2.
Oh.
I kind of thought it would be up there on yours, but yeah, all the same reasons Cody said. Done. Just kidding.
That's it. I was
No,
like, hey, you gotta.
like you were saying, you watched it as a kid, and I don't know how that was interesting as a kid. I don't know if it's, if you're laughing at
I think it's
Tom
just
Hanks
because
being silly.
it's
or-
long, but it moves so fast. Like, okay,
There's so many
he's a
different
kid, and
things.
now he's playing football in college, and now he's in a war, and
Yeah.
now he's
There's
doing
just
this.
so many different things. It's I wouldn't call it a kids movie by any means.
No.
But and so you watch all these things, and watching it as an adult, it's just like, man, that is a really cool movie. Like really, really well done. Super, ultra. How many more descriptors can I use? Wicked sad. At the end.
Yeah. Well, actually, a lot of moments in it are sad.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those ones that'll bring you up and put you down.
But like, usually your movies end on like a high note, and this one is supposed to. But for me, it's still just really sad. Like I remember every time I watch it, and you see the little feather blowing.
Yeah.
It's like how the movie starts as the feather comes in, and how the movie ends
That's
with
how
the
it
feather.
finishes.
You just get the little choke.
Full circle to your time.
So yeah, just a really good movie. Go see it.
Yes, do. I assume our number 1 is the same then.
I would doubt it.
What? My number 1's Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
You don't have Saving Private Ryan
not
on your
on the
list
list.
of top 5
It's not
Tom Hanks
on my list.
movies?
It's not on my list.
Ah!
I know.
You gotta be kidding me.
I know. It's not on my list.
Okay, well, let me talk about Saving Private
That's
Ryan. Not only my favorite Tom Hanks movie, in my opinion, the greatest World War II movie ever made. I don't have a huge experience
Right,
with
yeah.
World War II movies. I don't have
Gigantic
a lot of
library.
them. But, just that opening scene on Normandy Beach.
Yeah.
That is so visceral, and it's just like, oh my
Visceral.
God, look at all this stuff. This is a representation of what it was, and why, by God, I'm glad I didn't have to be there to
Yeah.
see that, because
it's
it's just
really well
horrible
done.
and terrible. But then it gets to the part of the movie where it's like, the Americans are kicking so much ass, and Tom Hanks' crew is doing this stuff, and it's like, now I do want to be there serving under Tom Hanks.
I want to be with Tom Hanks.
And just doing that. I mean, the story doesn't even matter. They're looking for a soldier whose brothers have all died, and they're trying to bring him home. Whatever, but it's just
Whatever.
every scene that they move somewhere else and have these battles. You know, there's a sniper battle in that town, and then they go to this other battle, and it's all machine gun fire, and it's my number one Tom Hanks movie. But Tom Hanks isn't like the guy. There's like all sorts of guys.
Right.
You know, you got
Damon's in it, isn't he?
Matt Damon is in there at the end. You got Giovanni Ribisi, who's playing the medic, who plays a huge part in it. You know, who are all the other actors? Tom Sizemore's in there, who's like his second under command under Tom Hanks, and he does a really good job in that. Vin Diesel is in this movie.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah. Actually, Nathan Fillion has.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has a small role in that
Captain
one.
Mal.
Yeah. It's just really feels like this is what it was like to me.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I wasn't there, but they did all the research with the veterans and saying, you know, what was this like?
Hanks
and
is
boy,
huge.
they just step by step take you what it was like, what it would have been to be there. It's horrible, but amazing to see all at the same time what these people were able to do. Man, every time you watch it, you just get an appreciation for, you know, everything that they did and everything that went into that movie.
Yeah.
You know? It's crazy. I cannot believe that is not on your list.
I know. I was going through it, and that just didn't end up that way. But my number one, for me, growing up, probably in my top 10 favorite movies ever. Ever. It's That Thing You Do.
Oh, okay.
It's
I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Jeez.
It's another period piece, if you will, back in the, would that be 50s?
Guy does a lot of those. Because Catch Me
does.
If You Can was the
Yeah.
other one I wanted to put me on my list.
Yeah,
and
that one was good. That
was
good.
like the same time.
That Thing You Do, though, follows Tom Hanks as the manager of a Fab Four ripoff band called the Oneaters, or the Wonders, if you will. It's got Steve Zahn plays.
No, does it?
Yeah, Steve Zahn
You're
is
kidding.
in there as the bassist, and then the Giovanni kid plays the.
Giovanni Ribisi?
Yeah.
Wow, I gotta see this movie.
Yeah, I believe he's the drummer. Anyway, really good movie. Liv Tyler's in there as the love interest / like stylist or whatever. Follows the band from, you know, stupid talent show band up to being, you know, the Beatles, if you will. And then, you know, it just follows the typical band fashion. They get on not the Ed Sullivan show, but whatever the show would be on this show. And just a really well done movie. It's not a musical, but they have their songs in it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just a really cool movie. It tells a really good story, and the pretty much got me into wanting to like do drums and stuff because the main character is the drummer in the movie. It's a really cool movie.
I believe you, but I just can't.
That's just
Saving Private Ryan wasn't on the list anywhere.
Sorry. That is just my like absolute favorite.
That's fine, but yeah, I mean, Saving Private Ryan is better than Castaway.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump, I can see how you would have Forrest Gump on that over there, but...
Yep. No.
All right.
Sorry. No.
All right, that's our top 5
Hanks, Tom movies.
Tom Hanks. So, thanks, Hanks.
Hey.
Let's move it on to our quote from last week. We had
Yeah.
quote winners everywhere. On Area
All
Voices,
over
we had
the place.
James. In Facebook, we had Dan Johnson. Again, that's 2 weeks in a row for him. And Cocoa Buds 13 out on YouTube.
Yes.
So, let's take a look
Let's watch
at
the
this superb clip.
Good one. The review you had on Shark Sandwich, which was merely a 2-word review, just said sandwich.
Where'd they print
Where
that?
did that-
Where'd they print that?
That's not real, is it?
You can't print that.
What was that printed?
No, you can't say that.
Oh,
Surprised
boy.
we could play that on there.
We didn't play it, actually. We bleeped it because it was a little vulgar, but it had to deal with sharks, and last week was Shark Week, and I'm like, this is the perfect quote. I
And
must use
sandwiches.
it. This is Spinal Tap.
Awesome
Not a lot of rockumentaries out there,
Especially
but
not a mock rockumentary.
yeah, faux.
Faux.
There's gotta be a cool word for it, but I don't have it. But
Spinal
it's
Tap.
awesome. It's funny. It's hilarious. It's a little bit dated, but a lot of the stuff still works.
Yeah,
a lot
all
of the stuff
good.
still
It's
works.
all good.
Go see it if you haven't. This is Spinal Tap. I have created a pixelated picture. Screen
Scramble.
grab. Yeah, scramble,
Scramble.
screen grab, whatever. Here for you. Please identify it and put it in the comments below.
Mhm.
And you'll get your name on the show next week.
It's an honor.
A tribute. Well, no, it's more of an honor than it's
Yeah.
really a tribute.
Yeah.
If you died
Whoa.
after you put the comment
Yeah.
and then we said your name, that would be
Yeah.
like a tribute.
We could do that. Just let us know if you die.
Yeah. Have your family members post.
Sweet.
Movies coming out this week. Premium Rush. You're very meh. I think it looks really cool. It's the most
It
boring
looks
premise
neat,
in the
but-
world, like a
It
guy
is,
on a
that's
bike
what's
the
meh.
whole time. But first of all, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
So it's already, I really want to see it. And from what I saw in the
Just
previews,
seems
I thought the
goofy.
bike action looked really good.
It does, but it almost looks like who rides their bike like that? You know, like-
Messengers!
I know
this
that,
is
but,
their job.
like,
This
I
is
know-
their job.
Wasn't there a scene where they're like sliding, like power sliding under a semi or something?
Well, that's because he's about to be killed. They don't do that on an everyday basis.
But how would he know how to do that?
Because he's on his bike every day.
Yeah, but you don't just like I drive my car every day. I can't power slide it.
That's because you suck.
That's true. Or because it's an SUV and I would tip it.
Well, whichever. He's not driving an SUV bike. He's driving.
It's just, it's a fake point. It's fake. It's fake.
I think it looks good.
But it's got JGL.
The other movie that I saw coming out is Hit and Run. This is Dax Shepard
and Cooper. isn't
and
it?
Bradley Cooper and the girl from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Kristen Bell. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
cutie.
Yeah.
It's about a guy who used to be a getaway driver and now he gets like roped back into it with his girlfriend somehow. Whatever.
Yeah.
I think it looks good.
It looks really funny. Yeah. And I love Dax Shepard.
I don't think he's underappreciated. I think he's underused.
He's underused.
Like, I
and
looked him up on IMDb, and I'm like, this guy's not in anything, but I
Yeah.
like everything that he does.
He was in Idiocracy and just
Awesome in
dominated
that
it.
movie.
And he's in Parenthood on TV.
Oh, yeah.
And he's awesome in that show.
Even, like, things like Let's Go to Prison, which is pretty
Yeah, I
lame
haven't seen
movie.
that.
Dax Shepard is awesome. And Without a Paddle, which I thought
Yeah.
was going to be a terrible movie, had
No,
Dax
that's-
Shepard in
that's
it.
a funny movie.
It was really good.
And he used to do the, I think, like his major break was Punked, wasn't it, with Ashton Kutcher?
He did something
He
with
did
it.
a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
like he would
Yeah.
play characters,
Yeah.
and so that was kind of he was funny in that.
So I hope to see him in more stuff. I think he actually directed this movie.
Oh really?
So we'll
Sweet.
see how that works
Yeah,
out.
I think it looks
looks
good.
like there's some cool car chase scenes and whatnot
And
and,
funny
some
bits.
humors.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's our episode for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks Tom Hanks for stopping by our city. You could have made it a cameo,
Just call us
but
next time.
you
man.
know, just a little forewarning. We'll shoot it 4 a.m.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll bake biscuits and gravy even.
Yeah.
I make a mean biscuits and gravy.
It's true.
So, all right, we'll see you next week, everybody. Gotta get the 50s head bob going on.